My name is Dr. Tasha Jordan. I am a psychiatrist, and I'm also the founder and executive director of the Christian Mental Health Initiative. The Christian Mental Health Initiative, also called CMHI, was started in 2022, really to meet the need of the church where I saw really that a lot of churches were becoming more aware of the need to address mental health challenges within the church. But most church leaders, pastors, deacons, ministry leaders really didn't have the training to address that need. So CMHI really fills that gap to bring education, resources, referral pipelines, programming to the church to be able to help really bridge that gap of mental health and faith, specifically from a Christian context. So the project that we'll be working on with the More Equity Grant, we're really excited, to be honest, to roll out with one of our partner churches here in Philadelphia, the Block Church. We are working with them to roll out mental health response teams. And we're specifically working within young adult populations. So the Block Church, particularly their Center City, Philadelphia location, really serves a community of recent high school graduates, college students, graduate students, and young professionals. And specifically at this church location, leadership has come to us in the past and really mentioned specific challenges that have come up that they really struggle to address, whether it's people expressing suicidal thoughts, having active symptoms of psychosis in service or Bible study or other events at the church. So what we were able to do is to come up with this idea in partnership with leadership at the church to really bring teams to the block where members can serve as really as a response team. They're not giving professional help by any means, but what they really will be doing through this project is being able to respond compassionately, respond with care, and also with guidance that's clinically sound in terms of sending them to the right places for care. And it's really important that this is going to be something that is driven by the youth, the young adults at the church, the young adult leadership at the church, and integrated into systems that already exist, which is something called the Block Group, which is basically like a Bible study, small group, life group. There are different names that churches may have for it, but using that Block Group context to develop the mental health response teams, to get folks in the church trained in mental health first aid, and really have a systematic way to respond to challenges that come up in the church, because they do happen, and we want to make sure that we can support the church in responding in a way that'll get people help as soon as possible. One thing I'm really excited to share is that we already are getting the ball rolling. We have our first mental health first aid training scheduled for later this month. And we really just look forward to continuing to establish this programming within the church, utilize the funds from the More Equity Grant, which we're really excited to receive, and really be able to show on the back end of this fellowship and the grant process what we have been able to achieve by supporting the members and visitors of the Block Church in Philadelphia.